Today, we're going to talk about the liquid glass effect. You've probably seen this effect in almost every type of video, and there's a reason behind that. It looks premium, it feels new and fresh, and most importantly, it focuses on what actually matters in your composition. If you're a video editor, learning this effect can increase your value. Even small details like this make your work feel more high-end. And that's exactly what allows you to charge higher budgets to your clients. Before we start, I quickly want to thank Envato for sponsoring this video. We'll talk more about that later. Let's get started. Before we start, let's quickly understand why this effect is so popular and where you can actually use it in your projects. Liquid glass is a purely digital material that naturally draws attention and makes elements feel more interactive and alive. The way it's presented makes it feel like a real liquid surface, separating subject and background while keeping everything connected. You can use this effect in many creative ways, especially when placing icons, PNGs, or UI elements in your composition. Instead of placing elements normally, wrapping them in glass makes them feel more intentional and visually engaging. You can also use it for text, callouts, gradient backgrounds, and other design elements to enhance visual storytelling. Once you understand how it works, you can push it creatively in any direction depending on your project needs. Now let's get started and build the effects step by step inside DaVinci Resolve using Fusion. Let's get started. Start by creating a Fusion composition and dragging it onto your timeline. Then open the Fusion page to begin building. Add a background node and a merge node, then connect everything properly into Media Out so your setup is complete. Choose any background color you like, but for this example, we'll keep things simple and use a clean white background. Now bring in your text or image, connect it to the merge node, and adjust the size based on your composition. Now let's build the main liquid glass effect using a few important nodes that control distortion and interaction. Add a merge node and a displace node, then connect displace as foreground and the previous merge as background. This setup allows the glass effect to interact with whatever is behind it, which is key to making it feel realistic. Now add a rectangle node and connect it as the foreground of the displace node, shaping your glass area. Adjust the rectangle in the inspector to match the shape you want for your glass element inside the composition. Select the displace node and use starting values like offset -1 and refraction strength -4. Set light power to 10 and light angle to 270. Then adjust overall spread to around 2.18. At this point, you'll see the effect, but it won't look correct. You just need to do one more step. Connect the rectangle as a mask to the merge node. And just like that, your base liquid glass effect is created. You can now adjust the shape, change the background, or replace text with images to experiment with the effect. You can also animate the glass for motion-based projects, making it feel even more dynamic and engaging. But to make this feel truly immersive, more like Apple's liquid glass, we need to go a step further. We'll build shadow and lighting that reacts to what's underneath. And by the end, I'll also show you how to add switch controls between a blurry and a normal liquid glass effect so you can instantly control the look without doing everything manually. You're probably thinking building edits like this takes a lot of time and effort, and honestly, you're right. And that's exactly why today's sponsor, Envato, comes in. It gives you unlimited access to high-quality assets like graphics, templates, fonts, and stock footage, all in one place. You also get powerful AI tools that can speed up your workflow and help you create faster without sacrificing quality. Everything comes with a lifetime commercial license, so you don't have to worry about usage rights at all. And the best part is, it's one of the best value subscriptions out there, starting at around $16.50 per month. So if you're serious about improving your edits and saving time, this is definitely worth checking out. Link is in the description. Huge thanks to Envato for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to the video. Apple always goes one step further with this. Their liquid glass isn't just a blur or distortion. It has this rich shadow and lighting that adapts to whatever is underneath it. That's what makes it feel alive, not just like an effect sitting on top. So to recreate that same feeling, we need to do a little bit more work here. Start by adding a merge node in between your setup. Then add a background node and connect it. Now press Shift plus space and bring in a bitmap node and connect it as a mask to the background. At this point, think about what we're trying to do. We don't want shadow across the entire screen. We only want it inside the glass area. So take your rectangle mask and connect it into the bitmap. This way, everything stays controlled within that shape. Select the bitmap node and go into the inspector. Bring the center Y down to around 0.39 and push the soft edge all the way up. You'll start to see that soft fall-off forming. That's what gives it that natural depth. Now go to the background node and lower the alpha. I'll keep mine around 0.4, but you can adjust it depending on how strong you want the shadow. Add another bitmap node, connect the previous one into it, and change the paint mode to subtract. The reason we're doing this is to control how the shadow behaves stronger on the edges, but softer in the center. At this point, you can tweak a few values and follow along, just adjust, until it feels right to your eye. Now that we have the shadow, let's move into the light. We're going to follow a similar process, but this time we're building reflection instead of shadow. Add another merge node and a background node, and this time set the background color to white. Then add a bitmap node and connect it as a mask. Now, here's a small but important step. Hold Alt or Option and connect your main rectangle mask into this bitmap. This keeps everything perfectly aligned with your glass shape. Now add another bitmap node. Select the second one, go into the inspector, and change the paint mode to subtract. Then adjust the center Y to around 0.42. Now go back to the merge node and slowly adjust the blend. And this is the point where everything comes together. You now have shadow, reflection, and depth all working together, and the result is something that feels clean, cinematic, and much closer to that Apple-style liquid glass. Now, before we move forward, there's one small detail you might notice, and this is something a lot of people ignore. If you zoom into the edges of your glass, you'll start to see a bit of banding or pixelation. It's not very obvious at first, but once you see it, it slightly breaks that clean, premium look we're going for. So let's fix that. Press Shift plus Space and add a Deband node, then connect it right after your rectangle mask. And instantly, you'll notice the difference. Everything becomes smoother, cleaner, and more polished, especially around the edges. It's a small step, but it makes a big difference in the final quality. Now for the final step, and this is where we make the effect more flexible. So far, we've created a clean, sharp, liquid glass look. But in real projects, sometimes you might want a softer, more diffused version. Instead of rebuilding everything again, we can control both versions with a single switch. Add a switch node before media out. Think of this as a control point. It lets you instantly toggle between different variations of the same effect. Now we'll build a second version of the glass. Add a merge node and connect it into the switch. Then, take your existing displace node and copy it here. At this point, just pay close attention to how things are connected, because this is where everything needs to line up correctly. Connect your nodes so the structure mirrors your original setup, with the merge and displace working together. Now let's adjust this version. Go into the displace node and lower the intensity a bit. Refraction to around -1, light power to 3. Overall, spread to 1. This gives you a softer base to work with. Now, to push that blurry glass look, add a blur node before the displace and increase it based on your preference. Then add a glow node and keep it subtle around 0.2 works well. And just like that, you now have a second version of the same effect, softer, more diffused, and slightly more atmospheric. The best part is, with the switch node, you can instantly move between the clean and blurry versions depending on what your project needs. Now that everything is built, let's make this practical. Select all the nodes that create the effect except the main control and group them. This way, you can reuse the entire setup without rebuilding it every time. From here, you can use it however you want. You can swap the background, replace text with images, or even change the shape completely by switching the rectangle mask. You can also toggle between the clean and blurry versions using the switch, depending on the style you're going for. And this is where it becomes powerful, not just an effect, but something flexible that you can adapt to any project. And that's it! You now have a complete liquid glass effect inside DaVinci Resolve. Something that doesn't just look good, but actually interacts with your composition in a natural way. And more importantly, you understand how it works. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm working on a lot behind the scenes, so you don't have to figure everything out on your own. And again, make sure to check out Envato in the description. I'll see you in the next one.